Right, Paul, we've got to start off with Saturday's game, and the whole occasion was a real day to savour for the whole club, wasn't it?
It's a fantastic day. For me, the buzz is firmly back, and the fans have really responded to the new appointments, to the "in it together" message, which is very strong and very critical between now and the end of the season. The increase in numbers of the home support, up about 500 more home fans than we had for the Bury game. So it's fantastic news. I can't tell you how important that is to our budgeting, but not just that, but to the atmosphere in the ground. And behind the goal, in fact, all around the ground, there was noise on Saturday. And from start to finish, they got behind the team. And the numbers that stayed behind at the end to applaud Russell and Steve and the players off the pitch was quite staggering. And I can't remember the last time. It's a long time ago since we've had that atmosphere and that buzz and that feel-good thing, and those are smiley faces. Great day. The red and white thing went down really well. Sold lots of more shirts before the match. Obviously we gave out, I think, nearly 800, 1,000 free scarves, and we all got involved in that, handing them out, and that's a fantastic gesture made possible by local business, which we can talk about shortly. Delighted, yeah. I mean, everyone. Yes, the place is just. It was like a morgue a few weeks ago, and now it's just like a celebration. You know, it's like Christmas. Banter, laughter, smiles. We had a great event on Thursday at the club at lunchtime with the players. We're going to go to Nando's and have a Nando's lunch together. But Wezzo came up with the idea. No, let's do something at the club. Let's involve all the directors and all the staff. So we did that, and Nigel put on a curry, and we had 50 of us in there for lunch, you know, all the players, the coaching team, the management team, all the directors and all the staff. And we had a really nice occasion, and just showing the importance of togetherness, and that was fantastic. Now we just want to keep this going now. You know, I think we've got some fantastic goodwill from the fans now. I think they've really seen a big change in their club. From obviously the board's made some big decisions in the last few weeks. We've made money available, and the fans are responding. And I think the fans feel they've got their club back because they love. You know, fans have to buy in to what they're seeing, you know, and they certainly are buying in now to Russell and Steve and. You know, and the players, you know, they really are supporting the players. Most of these players now are our players to the end of the season. They're not going to be gone. So they really combine to those players and getting Sean back and bringing in Pablo Mills and Sparrow. Quality signings, really quality signings, which sends out a great message, I think, that you know, we're going to give this our best shot.
Yeah, talk to me about the new signings, because everyone knows that there wasn't much money to play with, but you've really backed Russ with 3 proven, experienced players. So that's, you know, speculating to accumulate, I presume.
Yeah, it's been tough because obviously we'd previously backed Paul Buckle with a number of signings in January. And obviously we backed Mark at the start of the season, and he spent his entire loan budget at the start of the season, really. But clearly Russell and Steve had identified certain areas which are probably apparent to all of us, which hadn't still been addressed, and spoke to the board. And really we just had to find the money, because the consequences, as I said before, of getting relegated don't bear thinking about. So we've speculated to stay up, but speculated really on the back of the knowledge that we know that Robins Trust will be investing significantly into the football club in the next, hopefully, month or so, and obviously having a member on the board. So with the knowledge that we have that money coming in, that's been a huge relief to us, because if we hadn't had that investment coming in, this would be a much more dangerous speculation for us. So we've done it on, you know, on the basis of that. So Brian Jacobs, who left his estate to the trust, doesn't know how significant that decision he made was. And Brian, thank you very much for an amazing gesture, which will now hopefully make a very big difference to your club and our club.
Yeah, you mentioned the businesses that chipped in for Red and White Day. As soon as it was deemed Red and White Day, we knew it would have been nice to be able to give something out like Bristol City did in their FA Cup game, and a lot of people suddenly came forward, and really that made a big difference, didn't it?
It was amazing. I'd been to Bristol City a few weeks ago when they played West Ham, and they gave out a scarf to everybody. And I thought, wouldn't that be lovely to be able to do that? But the cost is significant. And then out of the blue, we had a local businessman come forward with the idea of doing just that. And within a couple of days, he got about 7 or 8 other businesses. And I can't list them all now, but we need to promote them, and we will promote them and thank them on the website and in the programme. But that was just such a boost for us all, on top of all the support we're getting, to actually get that financial support out of the blue from businesses in the main who have had no previous association with the football club. This isn't existing sponsors apart from a couple. Most of them have not done anything with the club before. But for them to all rally round and put their hands in their pockets to enable us to buy nearly 1,000 scarves, which we were able to hand out for nothing, was an amazing gesture, and it does just give me a real feel-good factor about the town now getting behind the football club. Not just the people who we rely upon week in, week out as fans and as sponsors, but other people too, rallying around the cause. And for every fan who went to Wembley against Southport or against Crewe, or went to West Ham, went to Spurs, saw Everton, Newcastle, those memories were fantastic. But this is where we need you now. We need you now to support us against Mansfield. What a huge game that is for us on Saturday. But every home game now is really important. Extra, and we've got some great home games coming up, and I reckon there's going to be some big attendances. With Exeter and Plymouth, sort of local, and Shrewsbury up there. Tough games, but I think if we can get the atmosphere going like we did on Saturday, we've got a great chance.
Yeah, you mentioned Mansfield, but Carlisle away, there'll be the usual loyal bunch going up there, a 4-hour or so trip up there.
Yeah, I mean, I was staggered with the support we had at Accrington on a Friday night, because our away support has diminished quite significantly over the years, and I get it. It's expensive. And when you're going all that way and seeing a poor performance or what you perceive to be a lack of effort and a poor result at the end of it, it's hard to give up your Saturday and your hard-earned cash. But for those who went to Accrington, they were rewarded. Carlisle, I think we're leaving 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's a long old trip, and it'll be a long journey home. But let's hope what we do know is we're going to have a team out on that pitch who are confident, smiling, happy to get their work. And a management team who are really, really focused. We do know we're going to get a team which will give 110%, and with no little skill as well. Because I think the performance against Tranmere was excellent, building upon what we've done at Accrington. So, it's a long trip for the players. But again, one of the directors, David Lawrence, has chipped in to enable the team to go up today, so they can stay in a hotel overnight tonight to be properly rested and properly prepared for the game tomorrow. It's a big game. It would be great to come away from Carlisle and extend our unbeaten run to 3, and then go into the Mansfield game on a high. So so if you can't get there, listen to it on the radio, I'm sure. But I'll be there, and with 100 or so fans, and that'll be a great effort. Let's hope we can reward them all and make the journey home sweet.
Yeah, future plans. I know there's a forum going to be happening with Russell, and it could be tied in with the Robbins Trust announcement. Yeah.
I think it's. I think fan engagement is I talk about it, and sometimes we don't deliver, and we do need to do more forums, John, and you know that. And I'd like to have one fairly soon with Steve and Russell, but I think because the trust are going to be having one fairly soon to sign off the investment into the football club, I think we'll look at doing a joint venture with Clive and the trust, where they can do their bit, but then we can invite everybody to come along and speak to Russell and Steve, hear their views and ask questions. And I think that'll be a great evening, because I think the fans want to be engaged. They want to ask questions. They want to put forward their thoughts and ideas. And as a club, we do want to listen to them. And I think where we can deliver, we do. Sometimes we can be rightly criticised for not listening, and we want to get that. We want to get back to listening.
Yeah. Cheers, Paul. Thank you.